This is not a drill. Kanye actually dropped the album, bro. This shit is unreal. Vultures 2 is actually here, but there's a lot to talk about because low-key, this shit is some fucking trash. A lot of the songs changed, ruined, and made with AI. We need to get into everything. Like and subscribe for more rap content, and let's dive in. So after we all thought it wasn't going to happen when the album didn't drop at 12 on August 2nd, Kanye goes and drops the album in the middle of the night the next day, and everything started fire. We got Slide released at first. I personally thought it was just going to be the single of the album and then this rollout would actually start. So I went to sleep and I wake up with a whole fucking album. And you know what? After listening, I'm kind of wishing I didn't put myself through that. And Slide was the only song that actually released. So the track list we saw on the website from the other day was kind of real. Most of the songs were on there. Here's the official one. And there is a new cover as well. And it honestly fits the album because it's significantly worse than what we thought it was going to be. I'm going through each song because even with grails like 530 and Sky City on here, this album just simply cannot be saved. So just as an overall, before we go through everything, the songs are mixed terribly, changed beats which are a lot worse, and ripped leaks pulled straight from YouTube. I mean, the quality and laziness is just insane. And on top of all of that, AI being used on the songs instead of Kanye actually being there, which is just fucking nuts. Before I review every single song and let you guys know my thoughts on this entire project, I think this album being so mediocre is simply because Ye is just not surrounded by the right people. There are no more actual creatives around him. People like Mike Dean, Rick Rubin, Travis Scott, and more. He's surrounded by all of these people making this album who can't make good music, and it really harms the entire project. People like Digital Nas. Same thing happened with Donda 2. I really am not enjoying this era. This Vultures thing is not it, having Ty on every single song. I'm just gonna say what everyone's thinking. At the end of the day, he's just not up to par with the other artists and collaborators that Kanye has worked with in the past, especially comparing him to someone like Jay-Z, who Kanye used to work with all the time. But now that I got that little pre-review rant out of the way, this is going to be quick with me reviewing all of the songs, literally mostly one sentence for all of them because that's all I have to say. Slide was perfect, and it really set the wrong precedent for this entire thing, because Slide is literally perfect. But then, once you get the time moving slow, you start thinking, well, this might not be it. Why are they changing everything? Field Trip, it was fine, I guess. Don Toliver, Kodak, and Cardi. But when you compare it to basically its counterpart, Carnival, it does not even come close at all, in my opinion at least. Still a good song though. Fried is probably one of the better songs on the album, but still, to me, it's really not it. I'm not a huge fan. Promotion is still pretty fire. Not really much changed besides the mixing just being bad, so it stayed very similar to most of the leaks. Husband was like off-brand Nights on the Moon. It really did not work in my opinion. Lifestyle. What did they do to my boy? They massacred him. God, this song was so fire, and Kanye was like, let's just fucking ruin the entire thing, take out the most catchy part, and add the most annoying fucking sample on planet Earth. It's like hood rap, but the sample is actually 10 times fucking worse and terrible and doesn't fit the song at all. Like, this isn't even snippet syndrome, this is just bad, dude. I don't even want to talk about it because I'm so pissed about this. Lifestyle was really one of my grails. Maybe was honestly pretty cool. The beat was just ethereal. Would I have liked more lyrics? Yeah, but I think it was honestly meant to be something like an interlude without saying interlude in the name. So kind of in the middle on that one, but if we're counting it as an interlude, I think it's fine. All right, Bomb. This is a weird one. It's like a K-pop Pink Tape type vibe song, which listen, I don't have a problem with it. They're probably hyped to fucking perform this in Korea at the upcoming LP. But ironically, I'd put it on the better side of the album because it's really just a moment that's not terrible. It's a fun song. I know that's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I kind of like it. River. This might be snippet syndrome, I'm not gonna lie, but I really do like the original we heard at the first LP in Miami for the Vultures 1 rollout. The beat is a lot simpler on this new version. The song is still good, it's just not what it used to be. So I definitely wouldn't call it bad. I think I really just have snippet syndrome on my part on this one, but yeah, definitely still a highlight like I said, especially comparing it and putting it against the other songs on this album. 5:30. Bro recorded this on a microwave oven, dude. He literally ripped a version off of YouTube and uploaded it to streaming. And what makes it even worse is it's not even the best version off of YouTube. There's still mumble on it, which really puts the nail in the coffin of this entire thing. The whole thing just sounds like a reference track. It's not it. Dead. This isn't the worst thing in the world. It's like basic trap. It's background music. Honestly, nothing special. It's not a moment. But I don't think it's necessarily bad. Forever Rollin', in a world where we got all of the actual leaks, the good versions, this would be pretty weak, I'm not gonna lie, but the fact that it's on this album right now and put next to these shitty ass versions of all of these songs, it's actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I really like this track, it was unique, I fuck with it. Sky City, I was so happy when I saw this on the album. And then I listened. Kanye is AI. Instant skip. Noped out of there really quick. That's like not even debatable for me, at least, on that one. My Soul, it was a skip, and I don't really have much more to say about it. I'd really love to hear what you guys have to say about everything, the whole entire album. Review each song down there in the comments. In the end, I genuinely think the album is a 4 or 5 out of 10, and that's being generous. And in my opinion, it doesn't even touch Vultures 1. The lows are way lower. I mean, come on, AI and the highs on V2 don't even touch the songs and the highs on V1, like Carnival, Burn, Fuck Some, Back to Me. Like the closest song to any of that is Slide and Promotion. It's not even close, because to me, V1 was like a 7.5 or even honestly 8 out of 10. And I know a lot of people don't like the album and it didn't really have a story, it was more of a playlist. But if we're putting these two up against each other, I definitely think V1 is still better. The album itself was a moment, and the no rollout kind of made this entire thing pretty underwhelming as well. You can only surprise drop an album if it's actually good, and there are really none or just not a lot of those Kanye moments that make his albums so special. And it's really disappointing to say that and hear this music. Maybe in the future we will hear updated versions of the song similar to what we saw with T-Lop being updated as time went on, and maybe even songs being added, but man, that was just a different time period, and I have a feeling that it's not going to be like this, and this is it. And on top of this, we still have Vultures 3 coming. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I really think this Vultures thing just is not it, bro. And I'm still going to have to listen to a lot of the leaks because they're just better than what's on this album. Along with that, I'm low-key hoping this album is less successful, because giving Ye #1 albums and #1 hits is just going to make him put out more garbage like this and show him that he doesn't have to work or make good art or give a shit for the music. This was literally a slop content album, and that's definitely not what we want as fans. And like I said, what sucks so hard is it started off so good as well. And the leaks are amazing. Like Slide was literally perfect. It was like that picture of the horse where it's so beautiful and then the butt is just royally fucked up. This is Vultures too. But yeah, probably worse than Jesus is King for me, probably worst album in his discog for me, and it would be a really terrible way to see my go out like this, because he's not washed, the leaks are good, he just changes everything and makes it ass, and the laziness on top of everything with the mixing makes it 10 times worse. Comment your thoughts on the album. Did you think it was good or bad? Talk about certain songs in the comments below, and like I said, we'll have a conversation about absolutely everything. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want more hip hop content. Thanks for watching. And on that note,